My name's Jennifer. Welcome to Brimbank Library's After School Activity Zone. This week we're going to be creating some rainbow elephants inspired by David McKee's series Elmer the Elephant. And it's also themed around this week's Neighbourhood Engagement Challenge, where we're asking you to put up rainbows anywhere in the neighbourhood just to brighten up people's days. So if you want to join me in creating your own little Elmer elephant that you can put in your window, first I'll explain to you all the materials you need and then we'll get started, okay? So to create your own Elmer, you're going to need some paper. It can be white paper, coloured paper, any sort of paper. You're going to need some tissue paper. If you don't have tissue paper, you could use paint, or you can just get some white paper that you can colour into different colours. You're going to need some googly eyes. If you don't have the googly eyes, you could just draw some eyes on later. You're going to need some glue, so a glue stick or some PVA glue and something to put the glue on with. Some scissors, some textures, and the most important object you need is a milk bottle, and make sure this is properly washed out, otherwise it could get a little bit stinky. All right, let's get started. Okay, so step one of doing your Elmer the Elephant craft, we need to cut the milk bottle to the elephant shape. So if you getting close on the bottle, you'll be able to see that there's a line already around the top half of the bottle. So that's the line that you'll use to cut your elephant. So just get in there with the scissors. So you might need mum or dad to help you with this part. Just trying to be careful. So you just cut around. Oops. I think I cut one side a bit short, but that's okay. So you'll have your top half, which will be your elephant. And then you've got this bottom part. You might be able to use that. Maybe you could use it as like for a plant. You could cover it with some paper or whatever, and it could be like a little pot for a plant. But yes, first we've got the elephant that we have to do. So on either side of the bottle, we need to make some holes so he's got some little legs. So we'll just cut a semicircle, or a semi-oval actually. It's probably a bit higher than a circle. So you've got one side. So you cut a shape sort of like that out, if you can see. Doesn't have to be perfect anyway. Mine's definitely not perfect, so don't stress if it's not. It's art, we're allowed to be creative, don't have to be perfect. Okay, so you've got the two holes on the side. Now you'll just need one little one on the bottom of the back. So it's a little square there. So now he's got his two back legs, and now we just have to cut the front. So this is a bit tricky. You sort of go around the front like that, and then you might want to cut this part off so it looks like he's got a trunk. So that's his trunk. You can see at the front of his legs, back, and he's starting to look a little bit like an elephant. Now you can use these little bits here to attach on later as ears, but you'll need a Stanley knife or something to cut some slits at the top, so that might be a bit tricky for you guys. So what I did with this one, I just used some paper to make some paper ears for him. Okay, so we have the shape. Next step, not step one, that was step one we've done. So we're gonna cover him with some glue and get some of our colored squares of tissue paper and start covering him. So, and if you don't have glue and tissue paper and all this stuff at home, you could maybe use paint. You could even just color it with some textures if you wanted to. That could work as well. So just get a bit of glue and you just spread the glue all over. Where am I going to put this now? Here we go. Okay, and then you just pop the squares on like so. Do a bit of a pattern if you want, or if you're just like me, you just shove them on. All right, put that one on top. Some of them you might need to put a bit more glue on top, some of the layers, so you can go straight over the top, and that makes it go a bit shiny as well. So you just keep going all over till you end up with something like that. To make the ears, what I did was get a sheet of paper. And the first time I did it, I cut the ears out first and then I covered it with paper, but then I had to cut the ears out again because it wasn't the right shape. So what I think will work better is if you just put glue all over a sheet of paper, or here's where you could use textures and you could just color it in if you'd prefer. So we'll just shove a bunch of little squares on here. All right, and colored. Okay. There we go. And some more glue. All right, so we'll cover that side, and then you'll have to cover the back as well. So Alright, like that. And then, like, you would wait for this to dry in real life, because we're in video life right now. I'm going to cut over it, so cut your little ear. It's very sticky because I haven't waited for it to dry, but you'll get the idea of what it will turn out like. So there's your little rainbow ear that you'll be able to stick on either side. So this is his nose, remember? So we'd stick the ears here or here, like that. And I forgot to bring some sticky tape out, but that's okay because we've got the glue. So I'll just stick it down with a bit of glue. There we go. So that's one of his ears. So you'd pretty much cover him like that, and then you might have some googly eyes around. So you might want to stick on some googly eyes. It's googly eyes, let's stick. So you can stick on some googly eyes. Otherwise, if you don't have googly eyes, you could always just draw an eye with some paper. So you could just draw a little circle with a black dot inside, like that. And you could just cut it out and stick it on instead. So that's how you make an Elmer the Elephant, and you could put that in your bedroom or maybe in your window to brighten up someone's day. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.